This place are hardly even lower.
Next character for next character idea for Spelljammer. Displace your beast in boots.
That's an ask, man. Well, the definitely funny bit would be he'd have to have lots of boots.
Yeah, little boots on his own tentacles.
Well, no, because they have multiple sets of legs.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, just boot it all out.
Oh, all boots.
Yeah, oops, all boots. different style boots. Oh, what was it? One of the sets of... I finally got one of, like, a mini that might work for my low-level dungeon guy. But then there was another set.
Yeah. I mentioned I have, or I should say had a mini that was almost perfect for that guy. Saying that he was, like, a fighter in heavy armor. But he had the option that he could be, like, dual-wielding dagger and sword.
But also there was a set of ones that were like, is it this set that has some funny like goblin teams, where it's like one goblin holding up a great shield and another one with a crossbow.
I think it's funny that I have a bunch of elves, but
yeah, like these ones
unsuitable for that particular guy.
These ones are pretty funny, where it's like little goblin teams where.
Oh yeah. So one's holding a tower shield, the other one's standing on his head and holding a shield spear.
Yeah, and there's one with a sling. And there's like the crossbow team.
No, that's very.
This guy doesn't get the idea of the shield.
Yeah, no, he's not the smartest.
Yeah,
because the other teams they're behind the shield.
Truly the elf of the.
Yeah, usually they're set up like that, where you got the two goblins behind the tower shield, and he's like, ah.
Why did they jump over the tower?
It doesn't make any sense. You must have quit. I like this guy's style, though.
I just quit.
I like this guy's style.
Oh yeah, that's like prime goblin style.
Yeah, I rewatched
the height of goblin fashion.
I rewatched the Lindsay Ellis thing on The Hobbit. It's so fucking depressing.
Yeah.
Just the last little bit of it, which is like, it was just like the chef's kiss of fuck yous. Because it's like, have you heard about the Hobbit laws of New Zealand?
That sounds familiar, but no.
So basically, like, with the Lord of the Rings coming in, New Zealand started to become a real big place for people to do filmmaking.
Right.
So their equivalent of SAG started to really become a little bit more powerful, and they were starting to like become vocal. And when The Hobbit came in, they were like in negotiations and like about to strike. And Warner came in and said, "Well, if you do that, we're just going to leave, and we're not going to do The Hobbit here." So like their fucking governor came in and turned around and like signed into law the Hobbit law, which basically said you're not allowed to strike. There's no collective bargaining for your union, for your industry.
Just like
a giant fuck you.
Just blanket like that.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's brutal.
Yeah. So their like entertainment industry is not allowed to collectively organize, just because the Hobbit came there. They wanted to save another extra, like, $10 a person. It's so fucking dumb. But it's because not only was it The Hobbit because it was there, but it's like not just for The Hobbit. Just they can't collectively. So now
No.
like,
That's what I was saying. It's,
Yeah,
and,
so
like,
it's been
I can understand it to a degree if they was like, yeah, you can't do it. You can't do it right now. Just let them do what they have to do.
If there's like a moratorium or something.
yeah,
Yeah,
No,
I can understand. I can understand that to a degree.
No,
They're like,
still-
just let them do the thing. They'll make us a bunch of money, and it'll be great.
Yeah.
But if they're like, but it's just like, just no blanket for all until the end of the time.
yeah, and we're looking at like 13 years or something that they've had them in place, and not even a peep of them getting
Why would
repealed.
they?
Which is why apparently like so many movies are being filmed in freaking New Zealand because they can just do it at a quarter scale.
It's all minis now. 1/4 scale.
They're actual hobbits.
Yeah, they engineered like legit hobbits.
That downsizing movie, that's actually happening down there.
I mean, that's how Boss Baby happened too. All right.
Anyway,
So
besides hobbits, vampires.
Same thing.
Yeah, same difference.
Yeah. So this
all
one,
filmed in New Zealand, right?
Yeah, sure.
Toronto, the New Zealand of Canada.
But yeah, this episode is called The Last Act. It actually has good reasons for
Yeah.
the name.
Yeah.
It's like fourth episode, third
Yep.
episode,
4th episode.
last fourth episode. Got it.
Well, yeah, I understand why you might be confused considering that first 2 episodes were one episode. So yeah,
Yeah. It's the 4th episode, but the 3rd story.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like in like England where it's like ground floor, then 1st story, 2nd story, 3rd story.
Exactly.
So it's the final chapter, so we don't have to worry about anything. Just
No.
No, it's last act, but the act goes on for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we entered his 1st act, 2nd act, and now the 3rd act of Nicholas Knight is 60 episodes or whatever. It's like Grace and Frankie or something. So, this one opens with like an old guy getting like rushed into the emergency room, and they're like trying to work on him.
Yeah, his wife's with him. He's like, you gotta
Yeah.
save whatever his
Like
name
Johnson, I think his name was, which was
Yeah.
weird. It's like, is that his first name? Is that his last name?
is. Yeah, that's the thing. She like specifically says you have to save Johnson. Like it's it sounds like it's his last name, but apparently it's not. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah,
It is kind of weird.
I also thought she might be important. No, this is the last time we see her.
Yeah. It's just, long story short, he don't make it.
Yeah,
All right. So she went to go save her Johnson, and
Yes.
it was too late.
Yeah.
yeah,
They rubbed it. They put the goo on it. They shocked it. And
Yeah.
nothing worked.
yeah,
Yeah.
They got a younger lady to get at it.
Yeah. yeah. Once it went down, it never came up again.
We even tried those pills.
But yeah, after that, the doctor.
I tried ultrasounding.
Oh no. The anyway, the doctor who was trying to resuscitate the guy.
Again, keeping up with the naming that happens in this show. Her name's not said for like half an hour.
Yeah, it's true. Again, this show is the worst about names I've ever seen. Like they usually when you introduce any character, even if they're the most minor character in the whole damn episode, and you never see them again in the whole damn series, they usually say the name within
Don't
like
worry.
2 minutes.
The dead guy. We know his name is Johnson. We don't know this doctor's name is Marilyn for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, and she's way more important, like infinitely so.
Yeah.
But so yeah, she's getting off of work. She's changing in the changing room.
This part was
Getting off of work for the Johnson. Got it.
kind of amusing in its own way. because it's Marilyn, and then there's like she's an older doctor, but she's not like an older lady. She's like just older than
She's a little bit older than her.
than Marilyn, because Marilyn's like a resident.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, she's kind of bummed about that she didn't that she couldn't save the dude.
Yeah,
And she's tired.
Yeah.
Because doctor hours.
but the thing is like when she's like kind of bummed, and then she takes off her scrubs top, and that's when she has like her emotional like thing. She's like, let me take my top off real quick for this.
Yeah, I have to have my top off for this scene.
Yeah, and then
And then the saxophone drop happens.
kinda
Almost.
because then to help ease her mind, the older doctor lady then starts giving her like a neck rub.
Yeah.
And then, like, the bra strap comes down on the shoulder.
Yeah. She obviously likes the neck rub, but that was the part that weirds me out. She's like, yeah, thanks for the neck rub, basically. And but the other doctor takes it a little bit farther by going like,
Yeah.
just pushes the bra down a little bit. It was a weird move.
That was definitely a thing. Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah. And so then, she, like, it cuts from there to, like, she's in the shower. Cause it was in the doctor locker room.
yeah. So the shower is like 5 feet away.
Yeah. And she's in the shower, like, scrubbing the bad feelings off. And then, like, the shower curtain opens.
Yeah. We get the killer vision,
Yeah.
and it walks up to the shower curtain, opens the shower.
Yeah. Because first it's her in the shower, then it cuts to the killer vision.
Yeah. This show really loves the POV.
Yeah.
Murderer vision,
Yeah.
or even presumed murderer vision, I should say. Sometimes.
Yeah.
It's because it's not always the killer.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And then, like, it pulls open the shower curtain. She's like, "Oh, it's you!" And then it's like, psycho, wee, wee. But it's not stabs. He like pins. Well, they
Yeah.
pin the arm against the shower and then like slash the wrist with a scalpel.
Yeah. So yeah, she turns around and it's like first she goes does eek, and then but then she recognizes the person, so you already know something's weird
Yeah.
Yeah.
with this.
But she recognizes and goes, "Oh, it's you," while still in her bra.
No,
No.
He's naked because
She's
he's in the
naked
shower.
because he's in the shower.
Oh,
now.
okay.
She's naked because he's in the shower now. But no, she goes. She says, "Oh, it's you. You're so something along the lines of you're so crazy." That this is like this always you
Yeah.
sort of thing.
And you can see when the hand pins up, it's got rubber glove and then like the surgical.
Scrubs.
Yeah.
And then continues to stab her with the rubber chicken.
Or pins her wrist up against the wall and slits it with a scalpel. If that's what you mean, then yeah. And then opening.
Yeah. And then
Are you missing the scream?
the scream, the 12-hour cold open. It's like there's a lot missing there.
It's not. It is. It's not. I wouldn't say missing as much as the shift is very jarring.
Yeah.
So, Clarice, have the lamb stop screaming?
if the opening would start with just Knight's vampire, then you'd get used to it a little.
Yeah.
That's later in the intro though.
It's true. It's mostly just him, just a shot of whatever city
Toronto.
that is. Okay, I wasn't sure if it's supposed to be Toronto.
Well, I mean, they keep showing the CN Tower like all the time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, the it's just a shot of Toronto like through the day and the voiceover and all that jazz. I think literally because I think it is jazz. But anyway,
But it's not Casino Nights level jazz like the second season of Baywatch Nights.
no.
no noir, bad noir.
Yeah, no Nixon on a fire escape.
It wasn't the next.
I know it wasn't Nixon on the fire escape, but that's how I'm remembering it now. He was beating somebody with a bat.
Yeah.
I remember, but this version is funnier now.
It's LBJ, you know it.
It was foggy. It could have been.
It was Carter on the fire escape.
With a saxophone.
And Eisenhower was playing the spoons.
Carter with a bag of peanuts.
So yeah, we're back with Nick Knight at the
Daft is stuck in a tub with a tuba.
we're back with Nick Knight at the police station.
No.
No?
You skipped a part.
Did I?
You skipped the vampire lady committing suicide in the park.
Oh yes.
That's kind of an important
I
scene.
forgot that happened right now. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It is because it is kind of it did even at the time and still currently it felt like it was sort of out of place in terms of the structure of the story.
Pretty heavy body count. We were in the first 5 minutes. And
Yeah,
3 people
I
were
know,
done.
right? But
What's funny is I forgot about Johnson just now.
but
He's
yeah,
the only one that's named so far.
it's true. And that's the only one who's named.
We don't find the vampire lady's
Yeah.
name out for a while either.
Both the women who are
I assumed.
both the women who are dead already. We don't know their names. They're at least in this part of the show.
I got frustrated at one point and looked up the because I knew they had named the other vampire lady that owns a nightclub. I knew they had named her at one point, but I forgot it, and I got annoyed because they never repeat names that much either.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I just looked it up.
I did too. I also did it to confirm that this wasn't them.
That
killing
this
her.
wasn't her. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, no, it was later when she shows up, but I did that, and also got the name of the nightclub because I kept getting mad at referring to everything as Vampire Lady and Vampire Lady's nightclub.
Yeah.
This show's terrible with the names.
I did. Yeah. I really should remember her name because I'm pretty sure her name is used in Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, and that's
Anyway, this one's not that one. This is a different one, but she looks kind of similar to that one.
Yeah. Well, I also thought that I was pretty sure she wasn't the same lady, but I'm like, did they just cast somebody else who looks kind of similar
Just kill her off.
and have her be killed off? That's what I was thinking for a minute there. But no, some vampire lady goes to the park at night and just sits down at a bench.
It does look like she looks for the rapiest part of town.
She really does. She just goes to a park.
Go to the old rape factory.
She goes and sits on this bench at night and basically waits for the sunrise. She's bundled up to sort of protect her from the sun, but she's obviously not trying to escape it or anything.
At first I thought, I was like, is this how this vampire hunts? So she just hangs out at the park for somebody to try to get her, and she's like, ah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some vampires that would do that.
No,
She's just there to die.
yeah.
Yeah, she just waits for the weird.
She joined Solaris Covenant, and it does not work out well for her.
Yeah. She waits for the weird green screen background to bring up the sun, and just incinerated.
Yeah. And then now we get Knight and Cap at the station where Captain asks if Knight is constipated.
Yeah,
Because Knight's been irritable.
yeah, he's in a bad mood for a variety of reasons, probably.
The big thing is that we find out here is that Knight's got a backlog of cases. He's not getting through anything right now. He's blue-balled in his police work.
Yeah.
He's got 8 cases.
That he can't make any progress on.
Yeah.
Not even with Skanky?
No.
Not even with Skanky.
And so then Skanky calls him down to the park to investigate the spontaneous human combustion
Yeah.
that just happened. There's this weird guy, this weird old guy at the park.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
the one
So
who-
he goes down there, and there's a dude there who.
He's like, spontaneous human combustion, I tell you. And he's like, I almost bagged the rags myself, but
Well, he didn't see it, but somebody else saw it.
Yeah.
And that's what they told him. as I
Yeah.
recall. So he's not a direct witness, but somebody told him that some witness of this just saw her go up in flames.
Yeah.
So he just says spontaneous human combustion.
Yeah. And this guy evidently wanted to steal her clothes or something, but decided to call the cops first.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you want to leave some dead lady's ash-filled clothes just sitting in the park bench. That's the sort of thing you should clean up. But
I'll buy it for $1.
that's gross. Of course, Knight knows what's going on, especially when he picks up the ring that she left behind.
Yep.
Because he recognizes it, and
Yeah.
it has a nice little vampire flashback.
And so this one, we're not sure on the exact time period or location on this one. It doesn't give us the helpful 1288 France.
Yeah.
But this is back in.
Did they tell us, or did they give us a rough timeline in the
They said at least a couple hundred years ago
when he was originally turned? I mean,
well, we know he was turned in 1288 in France.
okay, yeah,
We know that was the one time we know.
yeah.
And then yada yada yada, acting career, yada yada yada, detective.
And Joan of Arc somewhere.
Yeah, the Joan of Arc was closer to that first year.
Yeah.
You can't yada 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 centuries.
I mean, you're a vampire. You kind of can.
So, yeah, we're not sure. We know this is roughly 200 and something years ago.
Yeah,
It says that later at some
yeah,
give or take. We don't know how big his give or takes are either.
and
We don't know how many yadas to a give or take.
see, at this point, I think I'm also not 100% certain until he does the flashback. Until it gets a little bit through the flashback, that it's not the same. That it's not supposed to be the same vampire lady, his same vampire ex-girlfriend, because he's in an acting troupe with this lady,
Yeah.
and they were doing some shitty plays.
Yeah. What was funny to me was that he's on stage with some other dude, and then they're like, oh, got a sword fight over this lady, and then Nick Knight's character beats the other guy. He's like, and does the fake stab. I'm like, wait, he's a vampire. Why don't they reverse the roles and have the other guy realistically stab him because he's a vampire who doesn't give a shit when he gets stabbed?
Well, no, but the other guy is the girl.
I thought the girl was just standing back there.
No, that's a different actor.
That's a different. It's fucking. All the girls are pale with black hair. It's so fucking confusing.
It's true. That is true. There is 100% a type in this series as a whole. Almost all of them are pale with dark hair. Like the only one who's different.
This is like the vampire equivalent to the Addicted to Love video.
The only one who stands out, I should point out, is the coroner, Natalie.
Yeah,
because she has more of a auburn.
Yeah,
hair.
it's shorter. It's got curls. Yeah.
But no, so yeah, they do a little fake sword fight on the thing. They bow to the audience, yada yada yada. All the shitty play nonsense. And again, this is how I remember that the girl is the actress he's fighting. She's wearing the outfit when they're backstage later, and then they start making out. And B, she's explicitly referred to as tomboyish later on in the series, and obviously that's why. Especially, and probably because at the time it's mostly actors, not actresses.
But yeah. Anyway, this again, she talks like she's already a vampire,
I think she is at that point.
And then she starts making out, but then Knight bites her.
I think
and he hears the heartbeat.
No, I think I think they're both vampires at this point.
Yeah, but
because they're both talking about
how
they're already immortal.
I know, but do vampires bite other vampires?
Yes. I should. I'm not sure how it goes for. I think it's Agatha. It's Agatha Christie, right?
No.
I'm thinking of something. I'm thinking of somebody else entirely. Who the hell am I thinking of?
Perot going
In the case of
What the fuck am I thinking of?
Anne Rice.
Anne Rice. Shit. Agatha Christie. What the fuck am I thinking? I just got a name in there. There it goes. Anne Rice.
like, Miss Marple, we're gonna go find vampires.
Anne Rice. Their vampires. Their vampires bite each other. I think her vampires bite each other fairly frequently, and that's Agatha Christie. That's dumb as shit. Anne Rice.
I just really want to see a vampire. I just hold out.
Well, that's on the Orient Express.
But no, her vampires. Her vampires, I'm pretty sure do that, and that's definitely a thing in like Vampire the Masquerade.
Okay,
So the best thing about it is that because of how Agatha Christie writes, it would be like the very ending would be just like, so what was it? Vampires?
That's true. Yeah.
it'd just be like Perot would be like, yeah, I noticed that he didn't eat the garlic bread, and then
Yeah. Ah, vampire.
and he's like, steak.
Yeah, just the last 5 pages of the 100-page book.
What?
They're just like, oh yeah, steak. What? What did you do? Oh yeah, he didn't eat the garlic bread.
He was a vampire. Ah, jeez, what the heck. But
I do like the idea of just like a mix of reverse Scooby-Doo and Agatha Christie. he's Perot, he's finding out that they're just different monsters.
yeah.
I knew he was a mummy when he didn't take off his ski mask.
Accidentally, excellent genre. I'm gonna have to throw that at ChatGPT or something.
Agatha Christie Monster Mash.
Well, I think if Agatha Christie wrote an Anne Rice novel, something along those lines.
It's hard to get across the idea of the reverse Scooby-Doo to
Well, yeah,
ChatGPT.
yeah. I don't. Might be difficult. I think it would be. But no. So all we know is that this is sometime after he's apparently broken up with his other vampire ex-girlfriend, and now he has a new vampire ex-girlfriend who's an actress.
Yeah. See, the heartbeat thing was the part that really threw me off, too. Because he's, like, hearing the heartbeat and everything.
It seems to be like when they get their vampire hackles up.
Well, it's usually like I'm hungry, listen to that. It's like the smell of food.
Yeah.
It's the fajita sizzle, is what it is.
It is a vampire fajita sizzle, 100%. You are correct in that.
Vampire fajitas.
But so yeah, they have weird.
That's got to be a book on Amazon.
Yeah, you're right. So they have weird vampire sex, which involves biting each other, and I don't know what other kind of penetration. But and this gives them like a weird psychic link because they talk about like how they were in each other's minds, and.
So literally fucked her brains out.
Sort of. Well, each other's. Because what is it? Like she gets some of his memories, and he gets some of her like memories and emotions and whatever. Like he talked about how he was at like what happened to him after the Crusades and whatever. A little bit before he turned, and he mentions that she wants to die. She has some sort of yearning for death somewhere in her, and she feels weird about that. I think the word she used that she's afraid that she infected him with it is what she said. But and then Skanky starts talking about sausages or whatever. And it snaps him out of his flashback.
No, he goes. it's the suicide. He says suicide.
Yeah.
Because and he's like, huh, yeah, and then he's like, oh, the suicide at the hospital. He's like, oh yeah. And so they think that the psycho murder is a suicide because that's how it's set up to look. And Skanky talked about how.
P.S. It's not. It's not that it's surprising for you.
Yeah. I mean, we did
I know.
tell him that.
I know. We saw the killing.
And then Skanky said that he would go out by banging and then following with a nightcap and nitroglycerin.
Yeah. That's how he chose to die. It was banging, eating, and nitroglycerin.
Yeah.
Doesn't that just stop you from having a heart attack?
I mean, we're just telling you what he said, man. We're not telling you it's a good idea.
I think there's an amount that's bad for you. It's probably a glass full. I also don't. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't just say he wanted to be buried in a pile of titties and some block details.
Yeah, I don't know. If you literally put like nitroglycerin in like a shot glass and like drink it like a shot, is that enough to make it go booby? I don't know.
It's only when you do the cup upside down at the end.
I know it could be temperature sensitive, but it's one of those that
Well, it's inherently unstable, so there's always the chance that maybe it doesn't. But
yeah.
Well, see, that's what the hot's blocking in the tummies for.
That guarantees it. He's thought this all out. Thank you, master chemist.
You need the insulating layer of Hatsubaki.
Hatsubaki is the worst innuendo.
It's pretty bad.
Oh man, we really having a hard time going straight here.
No, yeah, we're
Christie in the case of
yeah, Agatha Christie really took us through a good ways away.
And this is actually, I knew you were skipping. I knew you were skipping ahead a little bit. It was that part where you're talking about the memory thing was actually a scene later.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They bang it out, then they get called to the hospital, and then he has another flashback there.
Oh, okay. I thought those were back to back. Oh well.
No, they're close, but it threw me off, and I was like, I know that's somewhere else in here.
All right.
And that also made me like wonder, is like, is that when he turned her and they got memory mixed?
Yeah.
Which I mean, still could have been the case. You don't.
I feel very confident that she's a vampire. I'm not 100% sure on that, of course.
It could have been that he had let her know, and then that she was like,
that
ready to go.
That 100% could have been. But doesn't she get all fangy and bite him?
No.
First?
No, he gets fangy and bites her. He hears the sizzle, and then he wants some steak with that sizzle.
But I remember them biting each other.
Just had the fajitas, need the steak and eggs now.
I'll check. I'll check while you're.
I mean, I certainly didn't care to rewind. So.
Well, that's what I'm doing right now. I'll check while you're going ahead.
But yeah, Knight talks with the other doctor, who I don't even know if they ever said her name. I feel like maybe they just don't like women's names in the show.
They don't like many people's names, to be fair,
but especially the women.
Yeah, well, to be fair to that, a lot of the women just get murdered immediately. Like the only one who sticks around is Nat.
Because like you get
and Jeanette.
Yeah. But it's like you get like introduced to a person, and then it's like if it's a guy, there's like a 20% chance that they might get a name early, and if it's a woman, there's like a 5% chance they'll get a name early.
Yeah, it does. It definitely does seem there does seem to be some discrepancy.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if
Johnson's name, and he died right away.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
I don't know if we ever saw Johnson alive.
No. He could have been. He was sort of kind of dead. He was dying at the time. I don't know if he was technically dead at that point. Or it wasn't working.
It was fibrillating. I know that. They actually used.
Yes.
They actually used that word. I was like, oh wow, they're not using the defibrillators on just cardiac arrest like they always do in shows. I thought that was.
I mean, they should have just given him a shot of nitroglycerin.
He didn't have a belly full of hot supply.
But they don't want him to explode.
How do you know?
I'm making some assumptions based off them trying to save his life. I'm making some assumptions there. I suppose you're right. I'm sort of jumping the gun, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just a death hospital trying to kill him.
It's a vampire movie. Maybe it was.
But this was the thing about the talk was that she's like super psyched about living forever.
Yeah.
But she's like, but when I'm like done, then I'm just fucking done. And I know there'll be a time when I'm done. And Knight's like, what are you talking about? We got for fucking ever. Forever and ever. He died through the universe. Who gives a shit? And she's like, no, there's going to be a time when there's time. Need you to do it, bro. He's like, that was like that was one of the things, too.
Uh-huh.
Which she totally didn't fall through with, but.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no.
I need you to do it, or I'll just hang out in a park and die in the jurisdiction you work at.
Yeah.
So you definitely find me.
Yeah. I don't know. It's been a long time. They maybe had talked about it later. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah.
They've been sending messages via carrier pigeon. You know how it goes.
But the things we learned from Nat looking at the body is that the cuts were real deep, and she went real quick, and she's like, Knight is already like not sold on the suicide thing.
And she was still holding the scalpel.
Yeah.
Like that. It was that quick.
Yeah. And then they're like, but like, how's she like with the cuts that deep? How is she like holding the scalpel still? And,
Yeah.
like, so Nat's like, there's some room here for something, but devil's advocating a little bit.
Oh yeah, well I'm thinking about it. Right above your head, Andre. There's a little purple bag. Throw that at Cliff.
I was commanded to fill it. That's a Goblin Girl's bag. Is that the idea?
Yep.
Okay. Makes sense.
So, yeah, that's all that's really found so far. There's no other real evidence to go off of. So Knight's already like not in on this being a suicide, but everybody's kind of like,
Yeah. He's suspicious. He's suspicious for some reason. I'm not quite sure why exactly, but he is.
yeah.
I think most they did talk to people. I think already.
No.
No. Well, they talked initially, right?
She talked a little bit.
Like at the scene.
They talked a little bit, like, so the fiance's there.
Yeah.
In the hallway, and then like Knight talks a little bit with the older doctor lady with the creepy shoulder rubs.
That's already happened, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I think because I think his biggest hunch possibly is just that he doesn't feel that there is like a reason for her to kill herself.
Yeah, not enough. Like
Yeah.
that, just losing a patient doesn't seem like.
And as they bring up a lot of this episode, that there isn't necessarily a reason.
Yeah.
A lot of times for suicide, but it feels wrong for him in his gut, I guess.
Yeah. And so yeah. So Nat's like, so are you investigating? He's like, yeah, I'm investigating this. And then Knight gets home, and like they love doing the thing where like it's always like instead of having a phone call, it's like he goes and does some shit while the message plays.
Oh yeah.
And that's gonna be a constant thing in this.
Oh, definitely.
So Skanky calls, leaves a message that
Messaging machines were still like top-notch technology.
Yeah.
So it's going to be this show's guy taking crates and moving it while talking.
yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So, so that's one thing. Skipped a little bit. It was Knight had Skanky take the fiance home. Like he already had him.
Yeah,
He had him. He's like there's fiance. Had him talk to him.
Yeah.
And then so when Skanky calls, he's upset. He's like annoyed that he had to drive the fiance home, and how like
yeah, he's like, I know you used me.
yeah. And then he talks about some other stuff that nothing's really come up from.
Yeah.
It's nothing important. And while that's playing, Knight cracks open a bottle of blood and like sticks his finger in the sunlight.
Yeah, he's having he's having weird suicide-y feelings because like, he opens up one of the blinds with like a remote control and like sticks his pinky in the sunlight.
Yeah.
Just to feel himself burn.
Yeah. He hurt himself today.
To see if he still feels.
Yeah.
So I looked back to the scene and I was both wrong and right about weird points. I was wrong about the costume because I was certain that it was.
Yeah, I
related.
thought she was just in like the flowing white.
Well,
like not like the same flowing white thing, but like just like white.
Well, that's the thing is when when it goes to them in backstage, it's basically just Nick. Taking her costume and like throwing it away because she's behind one of those little blinds and taking off the costume and handing it to him, and so but he just sort of grabs the thing and throws it to the side. Grabs the thing and throws it to the side, and when she comes out, she's wearing the wig that the lady, the fair damsel was wearing in the fair damsel. And it also threw me off because the person he's sword fighting against is like definitely a woman.
Sounds like it.
So that's that, and I was certain that she was wearing the costume at some point, but no, she never really wearing that costume in the backstage. She just comes out and pulls the white wig off. So she was the damsel in distress. So that threw me off. But I was also but I was also right in that she bites him, in that she does the bitey bite first on him. She goes all, and then bites him, and then he goes like, "Oh yeah, that's what I like," and bites her back.
Also right that it was Agatha Christie.
Yeah, it turns out
Agatha all along.
Anne Rice just her pen name somehow. I don't know.
Agatha Christie was a vampire.
So yeah, weird.
And I killed Fergie too. I will say, like, there are points in this show where my mind just turns off.
Well, there is points in the show where the details become weird and fuzzy, because not just because mine turns off. It's because they just sort of throw things at you and you don't know entirely what's important.
It's true. I paid way too much attention to that old lady in the first scene. Like, when's she coming back?
Yeah, I know. I was like, there's gonna be something with her later.
Yeah,
she's
they
gonna
fucking named this dude.
Yeah, she's gonna circle back around somehow.
They never name anybody this quick.
Yeah. Nope, not the case.
Well, they have to name him because he's not coming back.
Not the case.
It's like, yeah, it is true. They named the other vampire who almost ate Skanky the one time.
Right.
But nobody gives a shit about her either.
Yeah. I think her name started with an A too.
It was Agatha.
Yeah, it was Agatha. Fuck you.
Agatha Christie, man. Yeah. So, and then he hears when he's like fucking with his finger in the sunlight. Then the vampire chick, his ex-vampire girlfriend, which now we learn is Erica.
Yes, Erica.
Every time you can see there's a name comes up, then I fucking all caps it in my notes.
Because it's important, because you'll only hear it the one time.
Yeah, so and then like her in like I'm not 100% sure if the ghost is real or if that's just in his head.
Yeah, he's being like,
we know the vampires. He's gonna be ghosts.
He's being pseudo haunted by her to be like, hey, kill yourself, basically.
Yeah, but it's also like it's just weird.
I'm putting it kind of flippantly, but she's being sympathetic about it. Is like,
Yeah.
aren't you tired of living this eternal life?
Yeah.
Don't you want to just end it and be with me and all this jazz, that sort of thing?
Aren't you tired of living in this horrible, horrible life? You need death.
Have you tried death?
Call Agatha Christie now.
Just Pharaoh with a little cordial glass for the blood.
So this sort of like psychic vampire ghost is haunting.
Yeah, but then also like because there was the weird mind exchange with their little
I have a strong impression that that's part of it.
yeah.
But that's again just me flying off the cuff.
Yeah. I mean we know none of the rules.
Yeah.
The rules we know is fire bad, wooden stake bad, metal spike who gives a shit.
Sun bad. Did we say sun?
It's not yeah, sun bad. Cross is
Cross is bad, but it's dependent on the person.
yeah.
Cross is like soul dependent. So.
Garlic maybe yucky like
Yeah.
Fire.
I don't think they said anything strongly about garlic.
we
They've
just did the
yeah they've danced around that.
yeah. There's we've had
There was-
information foreplay on the garlic.
Yeah. They're circling the rim. Teasing the sides.
Yeah.
The vampire rim job.
Yeah.
An awful name for a bar or band.
That seems like that's like the oh god, what's that? There's a shitty pop punk band that's Vampire something.
Yeah.
I feel like their cover band is probably Vampire Rim Shop.
Yeah, might as well be. I know what you're talking about.
Is it Vampire Weekend? Is
that
the thing?
sounds right. That
is
sounds
one of
right.
them.
And then Vampire Diaries is a show.
Vampire Diaries is the show. Vampire Rim Job is the knockoff.
I think that's the Vampire Weekend cover band. Well, now I'm just thinking of The Weeknd as a vampire.
Of the weekend after the vampire. Yeah.
Which I think is probably more entertaining.
I don't know Vampire Weekend songs, but from what I've heard of The Weeknd, he makes good songs.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's got. I can't imagine it being worse.
We cannot stand shopping.
Nope.
I mean, Vampire the Weekend makes Blinding Lights a very, very different song.
Vampire the Weekend, the Masquerade.
Bloodlines.
On the Nile.
Requiem. Apocalypse.
Pharaoh. Where was I?
We were at the Vampire Psychic Ghost.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So like, yeah, I got that part. It could be the suicidal ideations. Yeah. Okay. So Knight goes back to the hospital and talks with the nurses about the dead resident. See, still hadn't heard her name yet. That's still 2 paragraphs later.
Yeah.
So you didn't just do like a find in quotations?
No.
resident?
I gotta let you know how far in these episodes we get these names, man.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. And if it's not clear already, like she's like the main focus of this episode too.
Yeah.
Like figuring out what went on with her murder is.
Yeah, and it's like I don't like to give any sort of props to like CSI, but we get the victim's name so that they can refer to them by name later in the episode, really early.
Yeah.
They go like, "Who's the Vic?" And it's like, it's fucking Jimmy.
They
Jimmy
get
the corpse.
They get that out of the way immediately. They go
It feels like, no, fuck that. That's the 3rd commercial break stinger.
Yeah, like literally, CSI opens like in the morgue and like, this is Susan.
They're at, they're at the crime scene, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Some guy with crates moving him back and forth.
Glasses come off. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah. So, they talked to the nurses, and the nurses are saying how cool she was. They specifically call her a ray of sunshine, which causes a little like from Nighty.
Awkward.
And then
she liked taking pictures.
Yeah, so like Night goes over and checks out the pictures.
Yeah, there's a bunch of pictures of her all smiling happy.
Like this is the 1990s equivalent of her Insta page. There's a cork board back there where they have a bunch of pictures and stuff.
She liked to know. She liked to get. She liked to be familiar with her patients and all that stuff.
Yeah.
She liked to know what they were about and what they liked and all this jazz.
Yeah. And then the older doctor lady, who they named one time and I didn't get the name.
I don't remember.
They said it in passing. They definitely didn't want you to know it.
No, I know they've said her name at this point.
They said her name once just so they could put her in the credits as that name.
I think they said her name once at this point, and I think they say her name later in this scene. But I think that's it.
I think there's a joke in the Dilbert Principle of the very end where he's like, I put in my account ledger because my umbrella broke and was like $20 on my account payable to the corporation to go, hey, I want this paid for, and they were reimbursed, and they were like, no, we're not reimbursing you for an umbrella. And then the next year I came back and I gave him my report with a sign with a little text on it saying find the umbrella. I think that's what it is it's the find the umbrella of names.
Yeah, so Dr. Umbrella, she's like scolds the nurses for being gossip. She's like, okay, what are you doing over here chatting with these?
Yeah, she's kind of weirdly annoyed about the whole situation.
Yeah, and she just acts super suspicious here.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, she might as well be Dr. Red Hair.
Mm-hmm.
God, that's the best part of that young Scooby-Doo show.
Red herring.
Yeah. And so Knight's like, oh, they wouldn't have said anything if I hadn't asked. And then she's, then the nurses are like, oh, have you talked to Dean? You gotta talk to Dean. And then Dr. Umbrella does like the suspicious dog eyes.
yeah. She's looking really weird.
Yeah.
And suspicious and creepy.
Yeah, and then she slinks away. So then it cuts to a hospital clown dude, like, performing for some kids. And, like, does the whole, like, okay, night everybody. And then closes the door and then, like, Night's waiting for him, talk to him. And, like, he's like, and Night does the, look what's behind here, it's my badge, look, I'm a detective.
Yeah.
And the clown's like, fucking shit. The clown is not into this shit. So, it turns out, it wasn't a Patch Adams situation. This clown is a patient in the cancer ward. So he just passes his time dressing up as a cancer. I'm coming for you.
I'm what's causing your death.
I'm inside of you, and I'm growing.
Fear me.
So yeah. So
I'm already inside of you.
I am you. I will destroy you.
No. He's a patient in the cancer ward.
I didn't even think about that. Cancer's the third form of self-destruction.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point. But he's a patient in the cancer ward, and as he puts it, he lives there.
Yeah.
So he spends his time entertaining kids, which, I mean, good for him. I guess.
Yeah. And then he's the one who, and then he knew Marilyn, and it's like, Marilyn, name! I'm more than halfway through my notes.
Yeah.
It's definitely like in Knocked Up when they're watching the movies for the nudity. They're like, boobs! Boobs! Boobs and bush! So he knew Marilyn. And he seems like he's mad about this, but he's mad like because he thinks that she committed suicide, right?
Yeah.
And he's angry about it because he doesn't have a choice, that his life is ending, and she did. So
Yeah. He obviously feels betrayed.
yeah, he's angry about the whole situation.
Yeah, because she's a friend and she killed herself and just out of the blue, and while he's fighting for life, and she just chooses to give up.
Yeah. And so then we have Knight cruising in his Cadillac, and it's like, oh, that got fixed.
Yeah.
I thought they were like, that thing's fucking total, it's done for.
Nah. It's more like he is.
Yeah, just needs some blood. He just fills it up. So he's cruising in his car, and Erica, the ghost of Erica, pops up, which is a real lame vampire name, I gotta say.
It's not a good vampire name, true. But I mean, it's certainly no Nicholas Knight.
Yeah.
But we don't know her last name, to be fair. I don't think. Her last name could be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Could be like Erica Night Shadow or whatever.
Erica Belladonna. Well, I gotta say, it'd be real name was Nicholas Knight and Erica Night Shadow.
No, I agree, but they didn't know that at the time. Their parents didn't know that.
I just thought of another one for this series.
What if it's, maybe you have to be named after also named after sparkling water. She could have been Talking Rain.
Talking Rain. Dasani isn't terrible. Is that the worst vampire name?
Yeah.
Just in a vacuum, if you think about it.
Brimstone. That was it.
What about
That's
Brimstone?
another one. What's that?
What about Brimstone?
Oh, and it just reminded me of there was a scene in Brimstone where he was given a car that just kept breaking down, and part of the thing about it is that you have to, in order to take out the escaped souls, it's the eyes. You have to shoot them in the eyes. Uh-huh. And basically, at one point, he gives up on the fucking car because it kept breaking down. And he just goes over and shoots the headlights out, and it goes, and ends up being an escaped soul. Uh-huh. But no, because I'm just saying that just remembering that reminded me that that's another one that could be
Erica Brimstone.
Yeah. Could have been Erica Brimstone.
It has John Glover as the devil.
It sounds very familiar.
What was the first the French sparkling water? Fuck, I can't remember the name of it now.
What? What are you talking about?
It was the first big sparkling water company.
Evian.
Okay.
Erica Evian.
Also not a bad vampire.
Yeah. I'm telling you, fucking Erica Evian, LaCroix, just...
Evian is naive spelled.
If they always have sparkling water names, that'd be great. Next time I have to fight Pellegrino. The vampire clown.
But Dr. I am Pellegrino.
Pellegrino. The mortal enemy of Perot.
Yeah. The vampire. But Dr. I am Pellegrino, and then just eats the doctor.
We've already had a lot of doctors on this show too.
Yeah, we have a lot of doctors. That was the first thing that surprised me in this episode was that we're back at the hospital again. Holy shit!
They paid for those white lab coats. They're gonna use them.
They haven't gotten the funding for any other costumes.
It's a third of our costume budget is white lab coat. We're gonna be in a hospital for a while, guys.
But
We have 3 sets, and one of them's a goddamn hospital. What do you want?
where were we? Yeah, right. We were in the car with Ghost Erica, once again, like gently convincing Nick to kill himself.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I love going down this street when I was alive.
Yeah.
I'm dead. You should try it.
Yeah. It's way better.
Basically, to summarize what her little spiel.
Yeah. So back at the station, Gavin tells Knight they think about taking half the cases off of Knight's plate. And this pisses off Knight. And he's like, I can't remember what he says. He says something about Agatha Christie.
I was still thinking of Pellegrino.
Oh no, that's a really good one. There's a lot of bangers in this.
But yeah, so Nick has a fire lit under his ass.
Well, he's pissed. He's like, he asked Gavin if he's pissed about like the case is not getting cleared. He's like, I'm pissed about you fucking snooping around this hospital about a goddamn suicide.
Right, because the nurse apparently like narked on him.
Yeah,
He's like, yeah,
and
your detective is asking questions.
he's a loose cannon. But basically it boils down to Knight's like, he's like, no, there's something going on here. I just have to find it. And Cap's like, you got 24 hours. That's all you get, and then it's done.
Yeah, he has to fight for that.
Yeah. And so then this is where I got frustrated and had to Google Jeanette, because I'm like Knight goes to Vampire Nights to see the vampire. Okay, no, this is too many times.
too many just vampire lady. There's too many of that.
There's just too many. It's just all Knight, vampire, and lady. Everything that's
Every sentence has like those 3 words in it,
yeah,
and sometimes more than once.
yeah. Sometimes different spellings of
Yeah, and sometimes more than once for any one of them too.
yeah,
It could be Knight,
Yeah.
vampire lady,
yeah,
vampire lady Knight.
yeah. So
It's like Buffalo.
yeah, it is. So it's like scratch that. Let me look at okay. Knight goes to the Raven. The Raven is the name of the nightclub.
Oh, okay.
And talks to Jeanette about Erica, and Jeanette.
At least they let you know what the locations are.
No, I had to look.
You had to look that up.
No, this is me. This is independent research, buddy.
Yeah, this is Snoopy.
This is the 3rd fucking scene that's been in this place, and they never named it.
Yeah, I think they've shown the name like on the outside perhaps, but they never said like let's go to the Raven or we need to go to the Raven or anything along those lines.
So they've at least done an establishing shot.
I don't think it had the name.
I'm probably wrong about that. I said that's why I said they might have done that. They might have they've shown outside of it. I don't know if they've shown the name. That's about it. That's where I'm at in terms of that. Again, fuzzy information as mentioned because they just throw shit at you.
It's like the shot outside the diner in Seinfeld. It just says restaurant, right?
Yeah, it could easily say that for all I know.
Vampire Seinfeld.
The funniest thing for Vampire Seinfeld, Kramer does the entrance door thing, but he can't because he hasn't been invited in. Yeah, he just bounces off every time.
Van Helsing.
Yeah, that'd be.
Jerry, get it, Jerry.
I need blood, Jerry. I haven't fed it in like 2 months.
Tanks running low, Jerry, real low. The needle's breaking off.
No.
That's okay. Newman's there for him.
Well, Newman would also be a vampire. He has to be a rival. He has to be a rival to Seinfeld in something, and he can't just be like a guy who they can just kill.
No. Seinfeld is the vampire hunter, and you've got Kramer, and then Newman is like the blood bag guy.
Oh, I was thinking they're all vampires. Was my thought. Like just 100% vampire.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like Newman could be like a familiar.
He could be. So he'd be somebody else's familiar. So they can't kill him because he's
Well,
under
he could be
somebody.
Kramer's familiar, but then always just pissing off Jerry.
I suppose that works. I still like the idea of he's.
Well, does another vampire have to invite another vampire in?
I don't know, but I'm saying how that works. That's how that works for Vampire Seinfeld, at least, because that's funny. Just because that's funny. I see. That's sort of a question I've always thought about. Is how does the invited in work exactly? Like what are the does it have to be like a human's home? Does it work for dog houses? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a very Gremlins After Midnight scenario.
Yeah. Like I understand that, like, oh, they can go to a park because it's a public space. It's accepted as a public space.
Well, and then like what counts as being invited, and how does the welcome mat fit into this?
Also true. Is that just a blanket welcome for anybody because you have a welcome mat? The mat says welcome. I can go in there. Though honestly, this sounds like a conversation directly out of Seinfeld.
How do you know?
What is it about welcome mats?
Coffee never means coffee.
Exactly. Ah, shit. Yeah. Vampire George would absolutely go into these situations constantly.
But then Putty would be a Frankenstein.
No, I got to think about that too now. Vampire
Elaine is just making little vampires everywhere. She just has absolutely gives zero fucks.
Right? Yeah, I could absolutely see her being like a super irresponsible vampire and just siring tons of vampires. The question with George is since a lot of his stuff is focused around like dating or whatever. Mm-hmm. When he pulls hot chicks, are they vampire hot chicks or are they just humans who he just seduces with like mind control?
I assume that they're humans,
or is it
and even under the mind control, they can't do it.
Is it? Could it be a mix of both? Is another thing. But like he's like I'm tired of dating humans. I got to date a vampire lady, and then he tries to date a vampire lady. It doesn't work out. Oh, it doesn't work out too.
Yeah, because I think also part of the thing with George is that he's
No. He'd like stoop low and start dating like werewolves and shit.
Oh yeah, he'd absolutely hook up with a werewolf, and everybody would shame him for it.
Yeah,
they'd be like, "You're dating a werewolf?" And they're like, "Ugh," and they just leave. Get out of the table.
But then they need something on the other side of the river. And
right.
She's the only one who can go over
right.
there.
Yeah. Why does Vampire Seinfeld write itself?
It writes itself as well as Vampire Agatha Christie.
Yeah, that's another thing I have to think. That's another thing I have to throw at ChatGPT or something.
That one's much easier to explain to ChatGPT.
Oh yeah, 100%. They'll get that like that.
Yeah.
I mean that's like 2 words. Vampire Seinfeld, and it'll come up with something.
Yeah.
Agatha Christie reverse.
It might just be a script from What We Do in Shadows.
It's that. Yeah, that obviously that's halfway there already, at the very least. But no, where are we?
We're not gonna get through this.
We're still at the vampire.
We're at the Raven.
The ghost of the car. We're at the Raven. Okay.
We're at the Raven.
We're at the Raven. Jeanette. Yes.
And Jeanette talks about how Erica had talked to her about this. They had little vampire chats.
Yeah. I think she literally says it's about time, or something along those lines.
And
took her long enough, actually. I think is what she said.
And Knight's like, what? How the fuck you didn't tell me? And she's like, fuck you. I didn't tell you.
You're both of our ex-boyfriends. I'm not obliged to tell you anything.
Yeah. And he's all like, I could have saved her. And she's like, you fucking You're out of your mind. She was done.
Yeah.
And so then they head to Erica's place, and it's all like cobwebbed over and like just been like neglected. There's just, like dead flowers and
Yeah, it's both looked like it's been looted and also been like just neglected.
And it's a shithole. And so then he flashed back again to like Erica saying how like the only thing that sucks about being a vampire is they can't have kids, they can't like pass on.
Right. She.
Which, I mean, obviously the workaround is you go find a kid and then you just turn them into a vampire later.
Yeah, I think that
You just murder the parents, drink this Capri Sun, then steal the kid. It's fucking easy peasy lemon squeezy.
I mean, they do that in like Anne Rice novels, and it doesn't work out there. And they don't do it in Agatha Christie. That's my knowledge either.
It does sound like a very Farron thing.
You just gotta do it
for the
when
demons.
they're young enough.
Well, I mean, that was the whole problem in the interview with Vampire, with the little vampire.
No, you don't turn him into a vampire right away. You let him grow up. Then you turn him into a
Oh,
vampire.
I see what you're saying.
It's like a quinceañera.
I get. No, see that I get what you're saying. You give them a chance to grow up, so they don't have. So A, they can grow up, and B, they don't have the weird complex about being a 12-year-old.
Guess what? You're an adult.
But
Your body's going through changes.
not anymore. We're stopping that right here. Now you just have acne forever. That's right.
So it's kind of like a castrati.
Yeah. A little bit.
Bite your balls off.
I mean, you could.
I mean, that's the whole point. Because you're like, no, you're not changing anymore. We're cutting this off right now.
Like, what is it? I think I know goats are often castrated like that. Like in some places, they literally just bite it off. For some reason, that's the best way. I don't know why.
Because farmers are lonely sometimes. No, it's one of those things where like they have the castration bans, but those like actually it's not like I don't believe when they say something's not painful to an animal because like you put a rubber band on the balls, it seems like it's gonna be pretty painful.
Yeah, I don't.
But
know.
they also like. It like fucks with them, like they'll like walk funny because they're got their balls in a rubber band.
Yeah.
And so it's just quicker to do like a thing, and the goat, once it happens, the goat just gets up and fucking
the goats.
Goes back to stay like
Goats and
fucking kids don't got balls no more.
Goats just goats. But what is it? This introduces a weirdly important character for Erica.
Don't worry, never named.
No. Named immediately, actually. Which is why she's weirdly important. I think. She's like dancing with a little doll, like on a stage or whatever, talking to Knight, and the doll's name is Catherine, which like she puts all of her I want to have babies into. all those feelings go into that doll.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sort of comes up later, and I think she already mentioned it in like her previous talk about wanting to kill herself, but like her belief about killing herself is that once she feels that she doesn't have anything to contribute anymore, like because eventually she'll get bored, being an immortal vampire and all that jazz. Mm-hmm. She figures that it's just time to clock out, and apparently that's the decision she came to when she sat in the sun.
Yeah.
Anyway, but that's a theme for that's a theme for like the ghosts, because it's like are you done? Do you still have anything to contribute? Are you a burden?
It's like, this is episode 4, man. Come on.
Well, and of course it mirrors the fact that he's not completing any of his assignments.
Yeah, but then also like it's the way out of being a vampire, which he's actively searching for.
Yeah, it's both of those things.
Yeah.
It's doubly seductive in that respect. Anyway.
Yeah. And so like and of course the doll is in the place all cobwebbed over and
Right.
stuff too. A lot of cobwebs, no dust. Like,
Yeah. Weird. Very,
like, I mean, I guess the vampire's not shedding the skin, maybe.
maybe. Or the spiders clean up the dust. And leave
Dust
cobwebs.
Yeah. Just
Dust spiders. It's easier to get silly string.
The actual reason, yes.
well, they sell the big roll of the spider webs at the Halloween
Yeah,
store.
spirit or whatever.
I don't know what the Canadian spirit is called.
It's good spirit for all I know.
Spirit, eh?
Phantom.
The memory of the last time a Canadian team won the cup.
Oh, ouch!
Suck it, Toronto Maple Leafs.
Out of
Nobody likes
nowhere,
you.
savagery out of nowhere.
So, yeah, and then the never named kid. No. Anyway, like she comes in.
Some lady comes in.
Yep. And he's like, "Oh, did you know Erica?" And they're like, "Oh, do you know Erica?" And they're like, "Yeah, we know Erica. Yeah, that's why we're here."
We're old friends. We're not stealing anything.
Yeah. And she's like, "Do you know where she is?" And they're like,
Yeah. That is one of the weird things in this episode because they can't reveal that she's dead. Because kind of breaks vampire rules.
Well, also it's like there's no body.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do.
So there's nobody for the police to have any information on.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It leads to too many questions.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, well, then she wrote this play that's like supposed to open tomorrow night. And it gives them like a flyer for this play.
Uh-huh.
And then the play is called The Last Act.
Right.
And
Oh yeah, it's about the last act, isn't it?
So then Knight goes home, and it's like Nat's waiting for him, and she gives him like a hard time because it's like sun's coming up, and she's like, "You're cutting real close. I don't like your fucking attitude on this."
Yeah. He dismisses it immediately. He says, "Oh, I made it in seconds. It's fine." And he immediately starts flirting with death in front of like an open window too.
And she's mad at him for acting like this. And then she drops the bombshell that the reason why she was there is to let him know that Marilyn was pregnant. And so, like, she's on board that it wasn't suicide.
And I forget how late into it. It was a
not very,
ways.
yeah.
It was not like a week or whatever or something like that.
No, it was like 6 weeks, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
So still very early, but so then they go back to the So then Skanky shows up. And Skanky's like, "I'm coming in. You better have food."
Yeah, Skanky needs food badly. As his own, in at least 50% of his appearances. And that's being generous, frankly. It's probably closer to 80.
The nitroglycerin isn't going to insulate itself.
Skanky needs a belly full of hot supply. So he Kramer's his way in, and obviously Knight has no food. He has like 6 bottles of blood in the refrigerator,
which of course Yankee just assumes is wine.
Yeah, and Knight's like, "Oh, his birthday present, Christmas present," and then Skanky grabs a bottle and he's like, "You really shouldn't."
You're not supposed.
You're
not supposed to refrigerate red wine.
Yeah. He's like, "You ain't got crackers or nothing, man."
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, Knight should just get some fucking some like the food equivalent of a beard, you know? Like
no, he could easily get a bunch of like non-perishable things.
yeah,
that
some
would
fucking
that'll last.
cans of soup and some Spam.
Yeah, that'll last, especially with Skanky around.
Yeah, I know you need it with Skanky around.
Yeah, you have to feed the beast.
Where are you going to find cans of souvlaki?
The funny thing about this particular scene to me is that Skanky is 100% doing the hapless victim who has walked into a vampire's lair. Because he's like, isn't it weird that it's dark in here? What's all these weird bottles of wine? That's all you have. There's no food.
It really is.
I'm gonna take a nap on this couch and leave my neck bare to the world.
Why does he have no running water in this building? You haven't paid your water bill?
Why have you bricked up the fireplace? Yeah.
Why are all the windows that face the church boarded over?
And no mirrors at all?
So they're trying to figure out everything about this. They talk over the whole situation. Skanky's like, maybe she didn't want to have the kid, and they're like, well,
She could have had an abortion.
Yeah.
There's
She was
a lot easier ways to do it than just killing yourself.
yeah, it's true. Unless you're in a Republican state now.
But the weird line is like maybe she's pro-life, which is a weird thing. Well, no, she's pro-choice. They make a point in that.
Yeah.
It's like she's pro-life, but she killed herself. That doesn't make any fucking sense. But yeah.
Yeah. So they have Skanky head over to the fiance's place to like work him over a little bit with this new information.
Yeah.
And then Cap like finds him like coming up with some shit, you know, trying to figure this shit out. And then the Knight's like, oh shit, I gotta go. And he's like, I like him like this. He's got fire lit under him. And then it's like, he's like, I gotta get to a plane.
It is kind of funny that he's specifically excited about him ignoring his job for a little bit and going to a play.
Well, no,
in the 24-hour time span.
Yeah, I know, he's got 24 hours to do this, and he only works at night.
Yeah.
So that cuts the time in. I mean, he's in Canada, but it's Toronto. That's south of here, so... And we don't know what time of the year it is, so, I mean, his hours very great.
We don't know.
Like, during summer, his numbers gotta suck ass.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
So he goes to the play, and then while he's at the play,
I think Jeanette's there too, right? Did that say? I think she is. I as I recall, he goes to the play twice in this episode.
He goes to the play twice
Because once with Skanky and Nat, and the other one I think he goes with Jeanette. I think.
I recall him being alone, but I didn't pay attention that much to the crowd shot. So
I'll check while you're doing
it. But
thanks, Marty.
Good job. But like, meanwhile, while he's at the play, we get like stalker vision in the hospital.
Yeah.
And like, Dean is like angrily hanging out in his bed. Like, there's no good way to say. He's like he's not doing anything, but he's doing it very fussily.
Yeah. He's not happy about.
Yeah, he's got like a black hoodie.
Yeah.
Where he's like, "This is not a phase, Mom," and he's like,
"It's cancer. It's terminal."
And then the stalker vision like grabs a syringe and like sticks it in his line, you know, while he's like angrily sleeping because he's like, ugh, he's like turns over before he goes to sleep and like looks at the pictures with Marilyn. He's like, and then me, bzz, right? And meanwhile, this play is just a suicide note.
Yeah. The play is obviously it's a very nice suicide note, and if you think about it, because the play is at least the scene we see, which appears to be at the end.
Yeah.
Is a grandmother talking to her granddaughter about how she can't dance anymore, and
Her guilty feet has got no rhythm.
yeah, her she's too old for all the fun things in life, and blah blah blah. It's time for her granddaughter to enjoy these things.
Yeah.
Who's named Catherine, by the way, of course, because back the doll,
Yeah.
as I mentioned before, pours all her feelings into that. So this is her. She mentioned that like the plays are the only things that will survive of her previously. So in a way, they're her offspring. But yeah, so it's very for a suicide note. It's very like life is wonderful, but I'm at the end of my life, sort of thing. Because I'm just old.
Yeah.
And again, because obviously she's casting herself as the grandmother.
Yeah. Life is like a delicious cake. It's great, but you're kind of glad when it's over. And so then we cut to like Skanky and Knight showing up to the hospital to talk to Dean, and Dr. Umbrella's like, that's not gonna happen. And then they're like, well, and he's like, oh, Dean OD'd on morphine. And he's not dead. He's like,
Yeah, we managed to stabilize him.
yeah,
Et cetera, et cetera.
yeah, should be okay in a little bit. And Skanky keeps trying to steal hospital food. Skanky needs food badly.
Yeah, looks like Jeanette wasn't there. I thought she was, but I guess not. No, I was thinking,
Yeah.
thinking about that.
Was there just some other random black-haired
No,
lady?
well, there probably was in the audience, but it wasn't Jeanette. I felt like she said something at the end, but I'm thinking of something else.
See, this fucking shit messes with your brain.
It does. Like I said, they throw shit at the wall, and
You're gonna have to face it. You're addicted to goths.
yeah. There's a lot of goth girls in this show. Well, I shouldn't say that because they're not really goth girls, but that is the type who have the potential for gothitude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, like the I forgot her name because she was only in the one episode, which was 2 episodes. But the museum lady, when she got turned into a vampire, she immediately became a goth girl.
Yeah. I mean, you really don't have a lot of choices for vampires.
The difficult part is how do you get to the hot topic after sundown and it's still open long enough for you to get the whole thing?
Well, unless the hot topic is run by vampires and they run it at night.
We don't know what. Yeah, there could be like the Raven Boutique.
Yeah. Well, what is a hot topic during the day and they flip the sign and it turns to cold topic. Yeah. Vampires only.
So, he's, and they find out that the baby wasn't the fiance's, it was Dean's. So, like, she was having Dean's baby as a way of carrying on Dean's legacy.
Because he knows he's dying. It's a real weird thing. No, again, Martin, that little thing brings a weird fucked up angle to this whole fucking.
It really does.
Because they just and they do not dwell on that fact at all. Really,
nobody's surprised at this. No one's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. They're just like, huh, that's weird. Looks like
that's a thing.
Looks like it's the cancer guy's baby, not her fiance's.
Yeah.
See it all the time.
Well, they do kind of say that about like patients falling in love with the doctors and vice versa, but it's still weird how much they brush over that.
Yeah. There's a lot of And there's a lot of just like weird things that just happen, and then it's kind of accepted. Older doctors rub the younger residents' shoulders with their shirts off all the time. It's like,
or like weirdly borderline sexual harassment, and also like weirdly uncooperative with the police when they try and investigate the situation. And also is at the scene of every crime, by the way. They even mentioned that when Dean ODs. They're like, Skanky's like, do you think it's weird that this lady is been the scene of like both of these things?
Yeah.
Like the first one there, the first one to see it, the first one to report it.
Yeah. And so Skanky tells the fiance, and by the way, this is the part that we kind of forgot to bring up, is the fiance is a medical student.
Yeah, also I should say also a medical student, but medical student.
He's a medical student, and so like this is like between semesters or something right now. I don't know how the Canadian medical school calendar works. Yeah. And so he's got like free time, so
only leap years.
So he's always around when Skanky like shows up, and because Skanky's like, man, it must be nice to have all this free time.
Yeah.
And so Skanky goes to tell the fiance, and Knight takes Dean's place because they're setting like a little trap here.
Yeah, they hatch a plan for a trap to inform the fiance because he is the fiance and thus automatically the prime suspect.
Yeah,
as in any murder case.
Yeah, well, once you find out that the baby's not his,
especially
now there's a motive.
Well, especially then.
Yeah,
but in all cases, even if there's no motive really.
And that's the whole thing in LA Noire. Like one of the partners you get, it's like every murder. He's like, it's the husband. It's always the husband.
I mean, yeah, it does come up a lot.
And so they set up like a trap. And they even said, I skipped over it, but they did tell the captain that they're setting up a trap.
Yeah. He's like, they give him like they're not very good reasoning. But they have a strong feeling about that.
They say there are two things that happen in that scene. They go, one is they're setting up the trap, and two, is Skanky goes, Knight, the only thing I like about working with you is the overtime, which I thought was goddamn Skanky.
No, he's more likable than he has any reason.
Yeah. And so their little trap is set up, and so Knight's in his disguise as Dean, who's completely bald because he's like fucking ass deep in chemo here, is to just put on Dean's it's not a phase hoodie and lay in the bed.
Yeah.
And then Skanky's gonna be in a supply closet just outside.
Yeah. Part of the trap is basically inform the fiance of like, oh yeah, Dean survived, and what is it? We know that she was pregnant and blah blah blah. And I don't know if she said along the lines of that it wasn't his. I don't think so.
I can't remember.
I don't believe they did, but yeah, it's basically just saying you're cucked to his face.
Yeah. and then as
did they hip thrust while he did it?
he might as well have.
Give me the hot supply.
Yeah. He really gave her that hot supply.
And then
put his nitroglycerin right in.
Made it go boom all night long.
Yeah. That is what amounts to the trap. He basically goes over there, says you're a cuck, and the dude's still alive.
Yeah, he hit that.
Be sure a shame or something happened to him. Oh well.
Gotta go.
I got some lucky. Actually, I think that's the one time he says, "I've already eaten and I'm not hungry."
Yeah.
in the episode, which how you know he's in serious business. for
Yeah.
him.
Either that or the whole thing is him lying. No, just kidding.
Yeah, it's one of the two.
And so as soon as Knight lays down in the bed, then it's like Ghost Erica, woo!
Yeah, she does her final temptation thing.
Yeah. And
I forget what she says, but it's more of the "Hey, kill yourself."
yeah, pretty much. She tells him that she's waiting on the other side.
Right? Yeah. She parts amicably into her weird psychic ghost mind, whatever. Because what is it? I believe it's like he finally says like, "No, I still have things to do. I still have things to contribute." Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
She goes, "Okay, fine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll wait and die eventually.
Yeah.
The sun will eventually burn out or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A day destroys a night, and then a night destroys a day.
Try to run. Try to hide. Bring out the
Day man, fighter of the night.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, and so then and then when that's over,
Like immediately too, which is the funny thing.
and then it's just knife, just
Yeah.
right into him.
We see a person in scrubs with like fuzzy hair, like sneakily into the room, and nobody notices. Though I suppose that's part of the trap. But
Yeah.
it still seems kind of weird that nobody notices. Sneakily into the room and just straight up stab him.
Yeah, and it's funny because like a doctor would know this, a medical student would know this. Like the job doesn't get done on one stabbing. You don't just go stab and then the person like black.
Well, yeah, and not even anywhere vital really either.
Yeah, he just gets like
right in the side.
yeah. But it's
Like lung at best.
but it looked like it's lower. Like,
Yeah, it did look lower, but I'm saying just in
Yeah,
the side
I
in
know.
general. Like you're getting the lung
like-
at best.
Yeah.
but like
Kidneys.
It doesn't even go. It doesn't even go hilt deep on that. Like he.
Yeah, it's not a very long stabbing implement either.
Yeah.
So it's like,
He gets 4 inches in there, which he heard is enough to get the job done. Like,
that's all he's got, man.
and there's no like no, or like no, just like yeah,
Just it.
yeah.
It's not like and again, it's not like a syringe full of poison or something
No,
like that.
he's just like stab, and then he like turns around and just beats the shit out of him. No, he turns around and like and then
And what is it? The killer I believe says something too. Like he says, "You want her, you can have her." And then
but yeah, he stabs, and Knight turns around and like struggles with him a little bit, and like the wig tumbles off, and it's like
and it's a fiance. Nobody's surprised.
yeah, and then he kind of like gets away, and then like Skanky opens the door with his like and has his gun, just gets run over immediately.
Again.
Skanky.
Last jaw skanky.
Yeah.
Said it before. Keeps being true.
Yeah. Yeah. He's built like a tank, but has the stats of a twink. And so like Knight chases him down to some other room in the hospital.
Yeah, just next door.
Yeah. And like tosses him over like the bed.
Yeah, he's just throwing him around the room.
And then just like grabs him.
And he's in full vampire mode while he's doing this
Yeah.
too. He doesn't give a shit. He's pissed off.
Yeah. He's got the face and everything. And he grabs him by like the shirt and the scrubs over the shirt and just like shoves him out the window. And they are not on like a low level of the hospital.
Yeah, 4th, 5th story,
Possibly higher. Who's
possibly
to say?
higher.
Yeah.
It's
Near the top floor. We know that because it's shot up.
yeah. You're right. Yeah, and you can see the roof, can't
Yeah,
you?
you can see the roof and
Or
there's
the sky above it. I should.
yeah. So they're like 2 floors down from however high this hospital is.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's doing like the Batman thing,
Yeah.
but like he's not of the attitude of Batman.
Yeah, yeah. Swear to me.
He literally dangles him out the window and that's bad for your life.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. Not gonna lie.
It was the coolest thing Nick Knight's ever done. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah,
And this guy is shitting his pants because he full on sees a vampire.
yeah. He's got
dangling him out the window.
glowing eyes, fangs, and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
And there's always the yellow light to the vampire face too.
Right.
He's-
Yeah,
you gotta get the filter
The
on there.
jaundice filter.
well, I think it's just it's to make the contacts they put in
really pop.
because they're supposed to be yellowish, kind of like a cat's eye thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the vampire filter. And around this time, Skanky collects himself and rushes into the room.
Yeah.
It says, "Don't do it."
He's not worth the paperwork.
he says, "Don't do it." And Knight goes, "He doesn't deserve to live." And he's like, "No, don't. You can't do it. Think about the paperwork you'll have to fill out if you do." And he's like, "Yeah, you're right." brings him in,
Yeah.
or throws him in the corner.
He throws him back over the bed again.
Yeah.
Which, like, again, Skanky's got to raise questions for Skanky.
It never does. He has like so many ranks in Downton Thomas specifically for vampires.
It does. Oh man. He's just like it'd be so easy to make Skanky a Deadlands character. He's
Yeah.
got a hankering Savaki.
Some form of
Can't go without a week without Savlaki.
some sort of Downton Thomas specifically for vampires.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Well, to be fair, we don't know about other things.
Yeah, we don't.
But but definitely specific. But if nothing else, specifically for vampires.
Yeah. If some other shit shows up in here and he believes in it, then
Yeah. If we get a hint of a werewolf, he's like, "It's werewolves! I knew it."
yeah.
Now would it be just Savlaki or would it be Greek food? Like, could
I think
he
it-
compensate with a
Honestly,
spanakopita?
it would just be any food.
It seems to be food. It seems to be food in general because
Yeah.
he had similar reactions to like, "Hey, bratwurst."
Yeah.
Bratwurst?
He's like, I need a brat over here.
So yeah, I don't think it's specifically.
No. He
Greek
finds pastrami the most erotic if he really eats.
But anyway, yeah. The
Yeah.
problem solved. Guy's going to prison for a while, and the best part is the dude's like he's a fucking monster, and again showing his Doubting Thomas specifically for vampires at the very least. He's like I don't know if you want to insult my partner like that. You're already going away.
Giant chicken, I tell you.
You're already going away for a long time.
Yeah. So then we get like the next scene is Nat, Knight, and Skanky hanging out after going to the play again for a night. And like Skanky's like, I fucking boring ass thing, so do it.
Yeah. He slept through it. Nat enjoyed it.
Yeah, like what's funny is Skanky didn't bring his wife because they just don't bother casting her.
Right.
So he didn't bring his wife. So they have a little thing where he's like Nat, you gotta explain to me the plot of this thing so I can tell it to my wife when she has.
yeah. I thought that was funny.
Is Skanky's wife going to be like the Cliff Clavin's mom?
A little bit like that. Well, he's kind of a to put it simply, my wife character. That's basically what
Yeah.
she is.
And then Skanky talks about how badly he needs food.
Yeah. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just sort of like, hey, nice play. Apparently nobody likes the play.
Yeah, like it's doing real shit, and the reviews have just been hammering it, and Knight says a quote,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what's that from? And he's like, oh, this is the first review of Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah. Using his vampire privilege of, I was there.
Yeah.
Like I was there at the time, so I
Yeah.
know exactly what they said about it. They said it was shit.
I really, even though it's the wrong show, I really want every show just to end with the boo-doo-doo-doo, boo-doo-doo-doo.
We've been very consistent. That is a very good outro.
Yeah.
Nobody complained about the outro. We only complained about the intro.
So, where are we gonna...
And the world don't move to the beat of just one.
Rating the episode, I didn't really like most of the episode. Well, the thing that bothered me is that the setup it was the boyfriend or fiance, I should say, all along, felt like the lazier option of the two.
Yeah, like
because they set up the red herring doctor lady,
Dr. Umbrella, and she seemed like the more interesting choice for the murderer, but. Because as it is, just like it's the boyfriend. Dang it!
And you kind of suspected him like the whole time. Because he was at the scene initially of the crime, and he had more motive than anybody else. But throughout the whole episode, like Knight says that like there's something weird about the thing, and I was kind of hoping that there's something weird be something that they just didn't know, that Dr. Umbrella had some weird motive for wanting to kill her. Like they could have had it been Dean, but that would make not a lot of. But they could have done that, I suppose. Like he's like, oh, I want her all to myself, and I have to kill her and bring her with me, something along those lines. But they chose the most boring option for the killer, which I felt was the thing. So the episode is mostly just about like suicidal thoughts.
Yeah, and dang it, I don't know how that happened. Anyway, yeah, it's and they really like set up a lot for the doctor lady to act weird for no reason.
Yeah. It makes her just seem like a weirdo and asshole.
Yeah. Who gave weird shoulder rubs.
Yeah, it was creepy for a little bit.
And, like, it would make sense that, like, if, like, she was, like, trying to, like, do a thing with the lady.
Well, if she had, like, some weird lesbian crush on her. And, like, she's just like, oh, I have to kill her for some reason.
Or if it was,
she's been tainted by a man or something crazy.
Yeah, or if they did have like an affair, but then like she was still going through with the marriage.
Yeah, like if she's like now she's like now that she's gonna go through with it, I can't convince her anymore.
Yeah.
So she has to die. Yeah, it just felt like the most boring option for that to me because it seemed fairly obvious pretty early on, and again the it's the boyfriend is very boring generally speaking. You can do fun things with that, obviously, but as I stated before, like the boyfriend, the husband, the wife, they're always the prime suspect in a murder case because obviously they're around the person the most. They have the most opportunities to murder somebody. Mm-hmm.
So I didn't for somehow. The episode thing didn't save the score from last time.
No,
that was like, we settled somewhere around 6. I want to say.
I believe so. Yes.
We'll just call it 6.
Let's just call it 6.
No one's gonna know.
No one's gonna.
Except for the fact that it took us 20 minutes to come up with that score.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to listen to it? We can correct it later.
Yeah. I'll get around it.
Exactly. See. Therefore, our previous judgment, whatever it was, is now incorrect and is now 6.
This one,
we are judge, jury, and executioner in all these matters.
That one might have got a little bump from this one. It
is possible.
So I
don't know what you're talking about. It's been almost 2 hours.
This one, at the very least, was fun to talk about.
Well, I think everything else but this one was fun to talk about.
It was fun to talk about because we specifically got off track so often. Vampire Seinfield and Agatha Christie.
Yeah, so this...
And also how vampire rules work.
Yeah, that's the thing. We still don't know how that works.
Well, you never do. Vampire rules are always different. Since we know this thing has like ties to Vampire the Masquerade, that's what I'm basing most of it off of. It obviously doesn't it doesn't tie to it 100%, but it has like connections to it. So that's what I'm basing it off.
But those connections are weird and loosey goosey.
I know. Well,
Yeah,
didn't you say that this inspired a lot of it?
Well, the thing was the movie that came out in like
Right.
88 or whatever inspired Vampire the Masquerade stuff, which then that came out in 91, and then the show came out in 92.
Right.
So it's like an Ouroboros of...
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird.
The vampire drinking the blood out of his own dick.
It's weird. It's weirdly. It's weird and incestuous and all that jazz.
Vampire drinking the blood out of his own dick. Yeah, okay. Is that your like pull quote for the for the show?
There's a lot of both quotes for this one.
No, this one has a lot. This particular episode.
So what are we gonna rank this one?
Well, let's see.
Because this is the other thing about this show is I feel like the spread's gonna be tighter.
Yes.
It already knows what it is.
Yeah.
Unless it drastically shifts, like
Yeah. It's
in a season.
it's not at all like Baywatch Nights where they just throw shit around and see what sticks.
Yeah.
Though they do that with information, they don't do that with the theme.
Yeah.
So, like, but was this worse than last one?
What was it? The last one was
The church.
That was the church thing. Let's see. I feel it's lower than average. So lower than 5, which was the first one, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how we use it. That's our
Do you
North
want
Star.
to just say 4?
I was thinking 4. I'm not sure any adjustments up and down from there, but
A sliding Agatha Christie.
plus and minus Vampire Agatha.
Yeah. This one, this like the only thing I'm nervous about is that the entire series is going to be scored on a scale between like 3.8 and like 6.2.
No, see, I agree. I feel that it's the same. From what we know, from what we have to guide ourselves so far, it feels like a 4. I could maybe, I think maybe a 3.5 would be as low as I would want to go, because it wasn't awful.
No, it wasn't awful. And here's the thing: is like that was really cool when he's like, "Tell me why you deserve to live."
Yeah. Well, yeah, and it's the whole he's because he's obviously super pissed off in that particular thing.
So here's the other thing about this show is you can like feel all the influence this show had on the Highlander TV series.
Right. Yeah.
This show is got fucking Highlander stink all over it.
It really does. It really does.
Because they do the same thing.
Which is why Nick Knight gets his head cut off in one of the Highlander.
It does the same thing the Highlander show did, where it's like, oh, he's doing a thing, and then this flashback to this time in his life, and it does the same thing.
Yeah.
All the time.
Semi-immortals.
When did the Highlander movie come out, though? The original one? Because that was a thing for the original Highlander, too.
I don't remember.
Because I want to say that was like 87.
But it's true.
It was
but
86, but the
but
thing...
but in show format, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, because in show format, it's always like, here's a thing, and it flashes back to one specific time period. Whereas the Highlander movie was like, there's a thing, and then there's like a parallel back timeline that is going faster than the current timeline. Because it'd be like, oh, now it's like it's when he first was the thing, and then it's like, oh, and then here comes Sean Connery. Why is he a Spaniard when he talks like a Scotsman? And that's like, so there's like a weird...
I'm not drunk, I'm Irish. or Scottish.
So it's like a sliding scale thing, whereas on the TV show, it's always like, this episode, the flashback is to here.
Yeah, this episode, the flashbacks are at Joan of Arc time.
Yeah.
This episode, the flashbacks are to whenever he was dating this actress lady.
Yeah. To the theater times.
The theater times associated with the Chinese times.
Yeah.
And like I said, like it's really this episode is really about like him like dealing with vampire suicide thoughts.
Yeah.
And a weird vampire psychic ghost.
Yeah.
So the murder case sort of takes a back seat ultimately.
Yeah, he's like,
and part of that is you can tell how much it takes a back seat because of the way they don't touch upon how weird it is she's having her patient's baby.
yeah, that is the weird one.
And like, what the hell, lady?
Just glossed over.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, that's such a weird call, like, because you don't 100% get that you don't know Marilyn, right? Marilyn,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't 100% sure, but you don't 100% get to know like if Marilyn has feelings for Dean, because they're never in the same scene.
yeah.
And from Dean's reaction, it's hard to tell if he is even all that romantically interested in her, or if it's just like, yeah, I want to put a baby in you, or sort of in some weird respect. Like,
Well, I mean, to be fair,
like it could be like some weird.
He was groaning at a picture for a while he was laying in bed, right?
he wasn't groaning at.
No, he was just. You're adding weird things to this in your mind already.
I didn't see it.
I know. That's what we were saying. You're adding weird things to it in your mind.
Yeah.
Well, he was like he was laying down and he turned over and he saw a picture of Marilyn and he started groaning.
No, we never said
There was no picture, I don't think.
No, there was
What?
pictures, but he just was like
Tossing and turning
he
and
was like being grumpus
and huffing.
Yeah.
He'd be like, grr. You're like,
Okay.
He didn't even grr. It's just like because there was like a music thing going on.
yeah.
And so there was no sound from him at all.
No, it's true. Yeah.
It's just hard to make the motion like properly. Like it's the little kid rolling over in bed angrily.
Yeah.
Like with the covers. That's what he was doing.
I'm going to sleep because I'm mad now.
Yeah.
I'm having a
Okay.
tantrum.
Yeah.
Not
He
him.
wasn't like
He was laying in bed beating off to a picture. Damn it, Murray. This episode's weird enough as it is without you adding more to it. But it makes it really weird for Marilyn too, because it's like again, what the hell, lady? You just like having your patient's baby just behind your fiance's back.
Yeah.
That's not
Don't
cool.
worry.
Not cool.
He'll like it. It'll be fine.
Yeah. It's like, don't worry, he'll be dead soon. He'll be out of the picture. Yeah, not cool, lady. I'm gonna throw that out there. That's not a cool thing to do.
And then like there's not a thing where it's like, oh, we know that he knows that it's not his baby. That's like not a thing that happens either.
Yeah. Well, they know that he was aware of the pregnancy, and which means he could be suspicious that it's not his for some reason.
But here's the thing: is they kind of didn't confirm that he didn't know because Skanky just mentions when he's talking.
He mentions,
and the guy looks like maybe that could be a thing that he doesn't have.
Well, he says something like we weren't 100% sure that
he
it's,
says that, but
that it
he also
was-
has a reaction before that.
Yeah.
And it's is that him just supposedly reacting? Oh, I didn't know they know, or is it him learning that fact? Because they never confirmed it. That
Yeah, they never really dig into what
they don't
what
do the thing where they don't give up the information that they know he
knows that they
Yeah.
know or whatever.
Yeah, they don't do any of the.
Yeah, it's either
Them grilling him for information is Skanky going over there and telling him everything they know and then walking away. That's
yeah, and the fiance giving it a little bit of information back. Because when Skanky mentions that she was pregnant, his reaction is could be either like, oh, so she really was pregnant, and they weren't, and she says oh, and he says we weren't 100% certain that was the case, but he was aware that it was a possibility that she was pregnant.
But this guy's always also just suspicious the entire time.
Right.
So it could just be him just doing his let me keep lying thing. And
Yeah.
yeah, because you get nothing of him. You get a few weird spots with Dr. Lady, and most of it's just...
Which is part of why it's really unsatisfying that it's just him at the end. It's that they don't give any good hints one way or the other. It could have easily been Dean or Dr. Umbrella, theoretically, with the clues given.
It half felt like they wrote the episode without deciding which one until the end.
Yeah, they could have just picked it out of
It
the
could
hat.
have been like Clue. It could have been that if you were in Ontario, it was...
That would be fantastic.
Yeah, but if he were in Saskatchewan, it was Dr. Umbrella.
And out comes Pero with his cordial glass.
And finally, Professor Plum. But yeah, that's part of why it feels very unsatisfying. That it's just it's the boyfriend.
Yeah. Although I gotta say, the scene of Knight dangling Dr. Umbrella out of the window, shouting for her to tell him why.
That would have been fantastic. No, I think any version of that would have been fantastic. Him doing that with Dean too.
Tell me why you deserve to live.
Especially in full clown. But yeah,
Big Fritz.
so yeah, it's a weird episode in like what is ostensibly the A plot is like unsatisfying, but the B plot is actually pretty good.
Well, but it's not really the
When I say pretty good, I mean like.
Well, no, I'm saying that the labeling of the plots is backwards. The A plot is really all the vampire story.
Yeah, that is the actual A plot.
And the B plot is the main case, which is a weird thing to do in a detective like serial.
Yeah.
Not serial, procedural show.
Yeah.
But it's like there's a procedural detective show with a serial vampire show on top of it.
That does seem pretty accurate. At least
They're
so
fighting
far.
for air, and they're evenly matched, so they keep flipping back and forth.
Right. But yeah, that's why I sort of go around 4, maybe 3.5 if we're feeling harsh.
I say we go 4, but because it does feel like a 4 right now. Sometimes these things adjust in hindsight.
True.
If we get like 6 episodes in and they're all just packed in between 4 and 6, we're gonna have to rejuggle it.
Yeah. I mean, that's always been a thing.
Yeah. Maybe if 10 episodes, if we don't have like a standard more than one standard deviation.
It's a 4 with an asterisk and a shrug emoji.
No, well, our shitty grading system, because it is shitty, but it just there's no better way to do it. Is the problem?
Yeah.
The
only rules have to be that there has to be a hierarchy for the most part, because it's not even true 100%.
Yeah.
Although I don't see this show getting a Knights of Dragon 1.
No. I don't see that happening either.
There has to be a hierarchy, and there's no shared space.
No Prince Symbol Omega.
No show, no episode is exactly on the same footing as another episode.
Yeah, it has to be off at least, even just by point 1.
Yeah.
So, we reserve the right to readjust the scale at like any time.
Yeah, and plus, I feel like all the plus and minuses here in this show are just going to depend on if you have a belly full of hot supply. Like how hungry you are.
That might be
The skanky scale.
That should be called, that's what the grading system should be called. The
Skanky scale.
I like it. We don't have a name for it so
No,
far.
we don't.
So skanky scale is the best one.
Yeah. How skanky is your episode?
It's better than
Rated in Savlaki.
It's better
We
than
rate this episode as 4 Savlaki.
We don't need to say that, but that's what's implied.
Yeah.
They're implied something.
Yeah. The Savlaki of our hearts.
I rate this episode as 4 Savlakis and 2 Spanakopans.
Yeah, it's definitely better. It's definitely the Skankey scale is definitely better than like the Don Decimal system or whatever.
We'll give a half baklava.
How about a little more, Bob?
Well, I'm
So,
keeping most
This
of the
one gets
baklava.
this one gets 2 full dolmas.
Anyway, yeah, I think that's good. But next episode, right? Next episode.
Yeah. I was full euro into this. Oh god, this is probably one about vampires.
I'd take that bet any day.
This one is about vampires. All right, we always gotta. What are the vampires doing this week? This one is called Me Scrolling Through and Vamping. Dance by the Light of the Moon.
Ew. Dance with the Devil and the Pale Moonlight.
Ooh. Are they going to add werewolves?
I mean with that name, it would track. I'm gonna hope so.
All right. So, investigating the murder of an accountant and a respected cop, Nick's case leads him to the bewitching stripper, obsessed with death fantasies, causing him to remember how Jeanette seduced him. Now, the stripper is played by somebody with a Wikipedia page.
Oh.
Oh. That's...
Yes, it's Cynthia Preston. Let me see if I recognize anything.
Name sounds familiar.
Yeah, who?
She voiced Zelda in the Legend of Zelda cartoon in 1989.
Nice. Excuse me, princess.
Oh. That's not a good sign.
She was in Viper.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, she was in she is our Link. Oh my god. She was in fucking Viper, Relic Hunter, Total Recall 2070, Black Fox.
Is that gonna have to be a theme? Just have to
Neon Rider.
dig through her IMDb and pick
What the fuck is Neon Rider?
It sounds like
Sounds familiar.
It
It's
sounds
a
like
Canadian drama series.
it sounds like something that's for this show is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
What was it again?
What?
Her name?
Oh.
Cynthia Preston.
Cynthia Preston.
Yeah.
Cynthia.
She's in The Ultimate Weapon, which starred Hulk Hogan.
Do I know this lady?
She's done a lot of single episode things.
And like she's been around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's sort of
Viper, one episode. X-Files, one episode.
She's sort of that guy.
Yeah. Andromeda, one episode. CSI, one episode. 2.5 Men, one episode. She was actually on General Hospital for like 159 episodes.
That
Okay.
can help me.
Well, I mean, yeah. I certainly do not know that show, but she was in Captain N. Well,
She was in something called The Cheerleader Escort.
the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, Outer Limits, CSI.
It's just
Interesting.
Tropical Heat, 2 episodes.
Prom Night 3, The Last Kiss.
American Gods, apparently.
She's been in all kinds of stuff, but she blends into the background of everything.
Carrie, the 2013 version.
What's funny is this Wikipedia, this IMDb page says the perfect cheerleader, but then the little poster says the cheerleader escort.
Let's see. Faith Roscoe in General Hospital. If I knew who, if
I know nothing about.
If I watched General Hospital at all, I'd probably know who that is.
Probably not, because I mean, General Hospital's been around for like 70 years or something.
Yeah, you got a good point. It's got like it's the one piece of Western entertainment. Just 2,000 episodes.
I think
more.
I think
No, I'm being. That's obviously more than that, but.
it's like It and Detective Conan. I mean,
Oh yeah, Detective Conan. Shit, man. What?
This is a rough estimate, by the way. On the Wikipedia page, is the number of episodes 15,000.
Holy shit!
of General Hospital.
No, that sounds closer.
Yeah.
Yeah. General Hospital celebrates major television milestone. 15,000 episodes. That happened in May 12th, 2022.
Holy shit!
Jesus.
We just can't get enough of that fucking.
How many years has it been on? Was I right at about 70?
It feels like it.
So, it's been... Oh, God, let's see. It's like 60-something... yeah, it's been on 60 years, but it's been... It also... The running time changed multiple times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it started as a half-hour show from 63 to 76. And then from 76 to 78, it was a 45-minute show. And then from 78 onwards, it was a 60-minute.
Somehow that's worse.
But it was also... Was this one the one that... And then wasn't there one that started as like a...
Started
radio?
on April 1st. So I wonder if it started as an April Fool's joke and it just
No.
got out of control.
No way. No way.
Wait, do we have to watch General Hospital Night Shift?
No.
No. No.
There's 27 episodes of that.
Damn it. That's a reasonable amount.
You'll have to watch Smell the Fart acting.
I really don't want to watch any version of General Hospital.
I know there wasn't...
And I'm a guy who watched Viper.
Because wasn't
And
there...
Nightman.
Yeah. We have a whole like roster of shit shows
Wasn't
to
the Young...
watch.
I'm trying to remember, was it The Young and the Restless? One of these started as a radio show.
I thought The Young and the Restless did.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I don't know how many episodes that has.
Yes.
I think Young and the Restless has been on longer than General Hospital.
That sounds right.
No, General Hospital was older. Was it As the World Turned? Is
Is that what you're thinking of? Okay, well that could.
Or The Bold and the Beautiful? I don't know. There's... As the World Turns is old.
Yeah.
Okay, Brung Young and the Restless is 10 years younger than General Hospital.
Yeah, God, all these things they're just giant blind spots in my brain.
Oh yeah. These are things not known to mortal men.
I want to know the... Well, I don't want to know. I want to know if there's a person who's like a completionist on General Hospital.
Jeez, there's got to be. The worst thing is there has to be somebody.
I don't even know if some of those still exist. Like, if there's still recordings of
Oh.
those early episodes.
That's a good question. That's possible.
Well, there's that one lady that like recorded like all TV from X amount of time that was archived for a while.
Well, yeah, but it was all TV on... She couldn't record all TV on all channels.
Yeah.
She recorded, like, something at all times, but
Yeah.
we don't know if she was into General Hospital.
Well, and also, if some of the recordings
So
survive,
fuck up my search results.
if
General Hospital as the world turns,
Yeah.
Young and the Restless.
if some of the recordings survive to reach the point where they could be digitized, did they get digitized in time? That's really the question, I think. Like, does anybody care? Because I don't know if
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm sure they care about running General Hospital. I don't think they care about preserving General Hospital.
No.
I really doubt that people running it actually care about keeping it.
I found a Reddit that or somebody's like, is it possible? Has anyone watched all the episodes? Is it even possible? And somebody was, this person was like, well, how often was it on? Was it like 1 week? And it was like, no, it's every weekday. They're not 244 weeks a year.
I don't know.
Oh my god. Alright, that's our next show. No, just kidding.
No,
No.
no, monster.
Once every 2 weeks we watch one episode. And meanwhile 10 more come out.
Is that ultimate just punishment mode? Just the eternal podcast.
That's what happens if you live forever.
Yeah.